Hey y'all, it's Rihanna. Welcome back to another channel video. Today I am going to be telling you guys another story time about my college stalker. Yeah. Honestly, let's get into it. If I'm being completely honest, he wasn't really a stalker, but I don't know how else to call him. Y'all let me know by the end of this video, would y'all consider him a stalker or not? I don't know. To me, I feel like a stalker is kind of pushing it, but I don't know what other word to like name it. But yeah, let's just start with the video. So we're gonna call this main character Stalker. I don't think anybody else really need a name. If they do, I'll just give it to them. But yeah. So how did I meet Stalker? I met Stalker in college, and I think this was like, I think 2 weeks before homecoming. Okay, this is important information. That's why I'm telling you guys, or I wouldn't even tell y'all dates. But anyways, I met him 2 weeks before homecoming, and I was at a tailgate. Okay, my homies, they was like, hey, like, you should pull up, like, we got food, we got tents, we got the game, like, just come out. So I was like, okay. Mind you, at this time I had a game ticket, so I was like, okay, cool. Like, the plan is I'm gonna go to the game, leave around halftime, maybe third quarter, and then I'm gonna go meet up with my homeboys. So I did exactly so. I went to the game, had a freaking blast, by the way. And then I went to my homeboys and like just checked them out. So we cool, chopping it up, whatever. And Stalker comes up to me. Mind you, I've never seen Stalker ever like on campus, anything like that. So I'm like, you know, I'm not a mean person. So I'm like, oh hey, like, what's up? What's going on? And he was like, hey, like, oh, it's so nice to meet you. Are you coming out to this party? So he's trying to promote this party. Whole time he doesn't know I'm in the same promoter group. So I'm just like, oh yeah, I already know that. I'm actually, funny thing, I'm supposed to be promoting this party, like, ha ha ha, like, I already know. He's like, oh, okay, well, never mind then, like, I'll just come back around. Cool. I guess he makes his rounds, he's talking, chopping it up to people, and then he does eventually come back to me. So he's like, oh, like, hey, like, what's your name? I've noticed you. Noticed me? Huh? And he was like, yeah, I'm actually new to this school. I came from blah 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 school, and I just transferred. And I was like, oh, okay, like, that's what's up. I was like, well, it's nice to meet you, welcome to the campus, whatever, cool. And then I don't know what happened. I guess he was supposed to be working or something. I don't know what happened, but he just went and did his own thing. And I went to go say hi to some of my classmates, right? So I see my classmates, I'm like, oh my gosh, hey, like, you're here, blah, 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 blah. We chopping it up. He starts to come over, and he does the same thing, the same line, the same everything. Hey, y'all should come out to this party, blah, blah, blah. I'm new to this school, like, who are y'all, blah, blah, blah. Everybody introducing themselves, everybody just mingling. So I'm like, okay, cool. So by the end of the night, I don't know how we ended up just talking, us two, but he's like, oh, what's your Instagram? Mind y'all, in college, I don't know if it's just me. Call me friendly if it's friendly. I don't think it's friendly, though. I used to give out my Instagram like crazy. My number, no. But my Instagram, you can have it. Go ahead. Here's my Instagram. Especially because back then, and still to this day now, I don't, like, post a lot on my Instagram. So it's just like, okay, here you go. Which, by the way, follow me on Instagram, Rihanna with one N, .amorr. Yeah. Anyway, so I gave him my Instagram, and he was like, okay, cool, like, it was nice to meet you. So I eventually, like, go home, right? Not thinking about it, nothing. I think he texts me, and, like, we started, like, DMing on some really chill stuff, like, I promise. Like, we were just, like, you know, I guess learning about each other. Yeah, it was completely platonic. It was like, oh, like, what's your name? Well, not what's your name, I knew his name, but it was like, oh, when's your birthday? Where'd you come from? What are you studying? Little stuff like that, like nothing crazy or incriminating at all. So like I said, I think this was 2 weeks or a week before homecoming. I wish no, it had to be 2 weeks before homecoming. Yeah, and I only remember this because we were supposed to play a powder puff game, and the girls were practicing a week before. So I guess like one of these days he was asking me like, oh hey, like what are you doing? Actually, y'all, I'm gonna be honest, I'm trying to remember the timeline of everything because this happened a minute ago, but just remember like the time span of all of this is happening. This is within a month. So yeah, we met 2 weeks before. I'm practicing for powder puff. Okay, this is what happened. Okay, now I remember. I met him at the tailgate. It was, I think, the Monday I seen him. He texted me. He was like, hey, like, what you doing? I was like, oh, I just got out of class. He was like, oh, like, I don't know much about campus. I should have known he was weird from from this incident. But anyways, he was like, oh, I don't know much about campus. Can you show me around? And I really didn't want to show him around just because we live in Texas. In September, if y'all know, it's still hot. It's like 90 degrees. But I was like, you know what? You know, if he generally don't know anything, I'm such a nice person. I was like, I'll give you a small tour. Like, I'll give you a tour of the places I go. So he was like, okay, bet. Let's link up. So I was like, okay, meet me at this place. I think I told him like in front of the gym or whatever. Because the gym is kind of like the center of the places I go, at least. So I was like, oh, like, let's start. Like, where do you want to go? And he was like, oh, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I already know the campus. I just wanted to link up with you. You couldn't have said that? I was like, you know what? Oh, okay, well, I actually got work to do. I actually need to study. So let's go to this study lounge and go study. He said, okay, cool, perfect with me. So we go to this lounge and we're just studying, like I'm genuinely doing my homework and I don't know what he was doing. So I'm trying to get my homework done. He keeps on talking to me. I'm not gonna lie, like maybe it's just me. I'm very I don't play about my homework. Like, until my homework is done, I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to do anything. Like, yes, we could be in the same place. We could breathe the same air. But don't talk to me until I get my work done. That's very much how I am. So I was low-key starting to get annoyed. And so I was like, yeah, like, I'm kind of answering his questions, but, like, he's noticing, like, I'm not really paying attention to him. And he's like, oh, like, what homework are you doing? Blah, 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 blah. At the time, I was doing calculus. Y'all, if y'all do calculus, and it's not regular calculus. I think it was, like, calculus 2. If y'all ever take that course, y'all know that's nothing to play with. I don't got time to talk. So he's like, oh, what you doing? Like, let me help you out. But I'm like, no, like, leave me, like, not saying leave me alone, but I'm kind of saying leave me alone. Because, like, you know, I was trying to get my work done. I wasn't trying to be rude. So eventually I finished my homework. And I was like, oh, like, are you still doing your homework? And he was like, oh, yeah, this, that, and the third. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to head out. Because I'm not going to lie. I'm the type, well, I was about to lie. I used to be in that lounge a lot, even to not do work. Sometimes I just used to hang out in that lounge. But this day, I was definitely in the lounge to just get my work done and then go home. And so I was telling him, like, oh, well, I'm about to head out because I'm done with my work. And he's like, oh, no, like, wait for me, blah-da-da-da. And, oh, I remember what we were talking about because I had my laptop out and he had, like, a cover, like, you guys know the keyboard cover, and I opened that conversation up. I was like, oh my gosh, you have one of those? Like, I have that too, but I don't like the color of it. And he was like, oh, you can have mine. And I was like, oh my gosh, are you sure? He was like, yeah, like, you know, you can have it. And that's what opened up to conversation. Anyways, back to the story. He was like, oh, like, it's okay, like, I could finish this later, like, you want me to walk you home? And I'm not thinking much of it. I was like, yeah, I guess we could walk together, but, like, I'm kind of far. Like, you don't have to do that because I lived off campus. He was like, no, it's fine, whatever, cool. He was like, I'm going, ooh. Oh, yeah, that place is not there no more, so I could say it. He's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to Smoothie King, so it, like, you know, it doesn't matter. I was like, okay, like, let's walk together then. So we started walking towards the Smoothie King. He was like, oh, do you want anything? Like, he's literally trying to make me stay longer. And I'm like, no, because I'm going to be honest, nothing at Smoothie King I could really drink because I'm allergic to everything. So I was like, no, it's okay. Like, I'm just going to go. I'm just going to go. Like, I was legit trying to go home. And I knew... And I wanted to go home so bad because I knew, like, once I got in my building, you were not going to come up to my room with me. You're not going to go. You're not even going to know where my apartment is. So I was like, yeah, no worries. Like, you're just going to know the building. You're probably not even going to know the building because there's so many buildings on that one block that, like, you probably wouldn't have figured out what apartment I even lived in. So I was like, no, like, I'm going to just go, whatever, cool. We parted ways at the Smoothie King, and I booked it to my room. I was like, okay, cool, like, good, we're done. We're finito with that. Thank you. So the next day, we're still, I guess, DMing, texting. He's like, oh, like, are you going to be at the X Lounge? Mind you, you guys, once again, I don't think this was friendly because I still do have a lot of guy friends where, like, we'll link up at the lounge, like, all of my friends together. So I'm not thinking much of it. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be at the lounge. I'm going to be studying. Same thing I always do. All right. So then I think an incident happened, whatever. We're not going to talk about it. That's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. And so I was kind of freaked out at this time. So I feel like this is how he got me. This is how he got me. Okay. He didn't know though, but like I knew deep down. After something happened on campus, I didn't want to walk home by myself. Okay. Let's just make it clear. Trigger warning if you're triggered by stuff like that. But I didn't want to walk home by myself. So I was studying late. And we were both in the study lounge, and he was like, oh, like, you know, it's getting late. Like, do you want me to walk you home? I was like, yeah, like, sure, why not? And then he said, actually, if you're not done studying, like, we could go to my favorite study spot. I'm not thinking much of it. At this time, I'm thinking, oh, it's the public library, because that was my favorite study spot, but it was so far. I never used to like to drive over there. Or I'm thinking, like, it's a local cafe. I'm not thinking much. He was like, yeah, like, we could go to my favorite study spot. At the time, I actually did have a big exam I wanted to study for. So I was like, okay, like, cool, let's go. We walked to his car. We're getting in his car. Mind you, at this time, it was pretty late. Like, I was studying late. Like, I think it was 8, maybe 9. So when we were heading over there, I kind of fell asleep. I was tired. So I think maybe 5 or 10 minutes in the ride, I fell asleep. I wake up. Tell me why we're at a whole nother college campus. And, you know, it wouldn't have been bad if it was like a college campus that was, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes. No. We were in a college campus in a whole nother city. That means I fell asleep for a good 45 to an hour long. Because with traffic, to get to this next campus is probably an hour away. So I wake up and I'm like, yo, where are we? He was like, yeah, I'm at blah, blah, blah university. You drove me all the way to your old campus that you transferred from? Why are we here? Oh, I told you I was going to take you to my favorite study spot. You ain't tell me you was going to take me a whole hour away. What are you... I was trying... Yo, at that point, I was irritated. I was so irritated. Because why would you take me all the way out this long? So I'm just like, you know what? We're already here. I got my laptop. Let's just go. Freaking study for maybe an hour and a half. Because at this point, like I said, it was late at night. Like the sun was legit going down. So I'm like, we're not even going to be here long. Like you legit wasted most of our time driving. But anyways, tell me why, you guys. We were walking on this campus. And this campus... I'm not going to tell y'all what campus it is. Just know it got a lot of hills. So we're over here damn near marching to get to this damn library. We get to the library, it's closed. So not only now did you low-key kidnap me, take me a whole hour away from my campus. I can't even get to anyone. Now you're telling me that the whole point of us coming here is closed? Y'all, I was so irritated. So he's like, oh, like, you know, we could drop off our stuff and just find something to eat then. My bad, like I thought, blah, blah, blah. At this point, yes, my stomach is going stupid because I'm hungry. So I'm like, you know what? F it. I see, this is my problem. I let too many things slide. At this point, I should have said just no, like take me home, whatever. But I was hungry, and you talking about you gonna give me some food as a broke college student? Shoot, make his pockets hurt. Anyway, so we drop off my backpack because my backpack was heavy, and we're looking for places to eat. Everything is closed because, like I said, by the time we left my original campus, it was like 8-9 o'clock, which means it had to have been late. So I'm just like, and mind you, this whole time we're walking like to go find food or something, he's trying to hold my hand. And I'm gonna be honest, at this time I didn't want anybody to touch me for like reasons we're not gonna talk about. Just know that I hate physical touch, especially at this time. I did not want to be touched. So I kept on like taking my hand away, moving my hand, putting it in my pockets, like doing whatever I can so he would not touch me. That's why I find it so crazy. You guys are gonna see by the end of this video. It's actually hilarious. So eventually we gave up on food. We're like, dang, ain't no, none of the food spots are open. It's like probably 10 o'clock by this time. I was just like, you know what, I just want to go home. He was like, damn, are you okay? I was like, I'm alright, like I just want to go home. Then I think we stopped by, I think it was a Popeyes or something. We stopped by some fast food, and we got some fast food. He was like, oh, do you feel better now? I'm like, yeah, no, but I just, and then, oh, that's another thing. He was trying to touch mind you, I was asleep. I was, like, you know when you're asleep, but you're not really, like, you're half asleep, half not, like, you're aware that stuff is happening, but you're, like, dozing off. So while I was dozing off, he kept on trying to touch my thigh. Oh my gosh, he thought he was Bryson Tiller. Left hand is steering, the other is gripping your thigh. No. So I kept on like turning my body and like sleeping on the window like this, because what did you think this was? No. And he eventually stopped touching me. So it was just, it was so bad. After this, I knew, yeah, we're not gonna be cool for long. Mind you, this was in the span of like, I met him the Saturday. This happened, I think, either the Tuesday or the Wednesday. I've only known this man for 5 days. But shall I proceed? Yes, indeed. So, fast forward, I think the Friday, it's the last day of the Powder Puff practice, right? So, I'm talking to this girl. At this time, I didn't know who she was. She's a whole nother problem. When I talk, we're going to call this girl Big Mouth. Because that's exactly what she is. So I'm talking to Big Mouth, you know, mind you, I don't know anybody. I generally joined this Powder Puff game and this team because I wanted to meet more people on campus. I was a hermit my first year, aka my sophomore year on campus. So I was like, ooh, like, let me get out, you know, do things. So I'm talking to this girl, and she's like, oh, like, what's your name? And I'm like, oh, my name's Rihanna. And then she was like, wait, Rihanna? Stalker's Rihanna? Who's Rihanna? I said, first of all, I'm God's Rihanna. I'm my mama's Rihanna. I'm my father's Rihanna. Stalker's Rihanna. I was like, mind you, I looked at her confused because at this point, I'm not gonna lie, like, did I know Stalker's name? Kinda. But it wasn't ringing a bell. I was like, who is she talking about? So I'm just like, who? And she started explaining it, and I was like, oh, like, he's cool. She was like, yeah, girl, I heard a lot about you. I'm like, okay, noted. Noted. So we kind of started chopping it up, but like that threw me all the way off so bad that like I just stopped. I was just like, oh, okay, like, it was nice to meet you. Stop talking. Whatever, cool. So I text him, and I'm like, mind you, I think like days went by. Maybe, I don't remember. Days did go by though. And I was like, yeah, little birdie told me you was talking about me. Like, what was being said? He was like, oh, like, you must have heard from Big Mouth. My bad. Like, yeah, I was just asking her who you were. And did you know her? Okay. Like, why would you? All right. Whatever. We fast forward. So So yeah, we started, he was just like asking me about the powder puff. He was like, oh yeah, I was supposed to be coaching, whatever, cool. I'm like, okay, you're supposed to be coaching, but nobody knows you, but all right. So fast forward to, I guess, next week. It's actual homecoming week, so every day it was like a different festivity. I think Tuesday, yes, it was Tuesday. Tuesday was a powder puff game. Of course, my class won. Shout out to y'all. And I'm texting him. I'm like, oh, you were supposed to be the coach. Where was you at? He was like, oh, I had to miss it. Blah, 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 blah. Like, giving some freaking excuse. Lie number 2. That man was never a coach. He was never a coach. I'm just like, dog, like, you're weird. You're so freaking weird. He was like, yeah, but I'll do whatever next time. You're weird. Okay. So then, I think, I'm gonna be honest, at this point I think I did give him my number, just because I suck on Instagram. I don't be on Instagram. So I was just like, and I think he was like getting irritated because I didn't text him or something. Another red flag. And I was just like, you know what, I kind of sort of know you. Here's my number. Like, you're gonna reach me better on my number. Why did I give this man my number? He abused that power. But anyways, what happened? The step show happened. I seen him. He kind of got upset because I was supposed to save him a seat. Sorry, sir. It got crowded and I don't want you to sit next to me. Is that one of your friends over there? Yeah, go sit with Big Mouth. Let's fast forward to actual homecoming day. So, like I said, I was like a promoter of the homecoming party after the day, right? So during the day, we named this man. I'm gonna make a story time about this man eventually too. Y'all, I just gotta fully heal from this. We're gonna name this next character Miles, because my Miles Morales blanket's right here. We're gonna call him Miles. So this day is the day I officially met Miles. He's a whole nother story for a whole nother day, but he does come up in this story, so we're just gonna mention Miles now. So earlier this day, I seen Stalker. I said hi, what's up, what hello. I said hi to many folks, okay? So it's homecoming, so let's not make it weird. So I said hi to Stalker, whatever, cool. So then, oh, this is funny because homeboy comes up. So homeboy, the same homeboy from my last 2 story times, he comes up to me. He was like, so what's going on with you and Stalker? You're the second person to tell me this. So what do you know that I don't know? He was like, yeah, he was asking me and one of our other mutual friends. We're just gonna call him mutual friend. He don't need a name right now. He was asking me and mutual friend, what do y'all got going, what do we got going on with you? And I was like, what? I was like, I just told him that we were really cool, that we were tight, like, and that's how I ended up on the promoter group for the homecoming party later. Why is he asking y'all about me? He was like, yeah, he was trying to figure out who you were, what you like. Did we date you in the past? Like, do you got something you need to tell us? Because mind y'all, I'm very, like, I'm locked in with these homeboys. Like, anything that happens, any little inconvenience that happened, I go straight to them. So the fact that they didn't hear anything, that was like, this is a little suspicious. And I was like, no, like, nothing's going on with us. We're just friends. Like, and he was like, sure. Because mind you, yes, I go to them about everything, but when it comes to relationship stuff, like, I really wasn't like, or even situation, because let's be honest, I wasn't in a relationship like for the longest once I met them. Any situation, like, I just wouldn't tell them anything. So they was just like, sure. Like, they were not believing me, and I'm like, no, like, I'm being so serious. Like, we're just friends. At least that's what I thought we were. Like, I legit, like, I think I looked back on the messages, like, when stuff popped off, I looked back, like, was there any room for him to get stuff misconstrued? No, there wasn't. We were just friends the whole time. So I was just like, why is he asking y'all stuff? So I said, okay, yeah, I gotta cut this man off. Like, he's weird, whatever, cool. I started telling them, like, legit everything, and he was like, okay, Reed, like, you sound like you got problems in your hands. I said, cool, all right, cool. I'm gonna slowly back away. So, homeboy, he's just laughing at me at this point. And to this day, he still teases me about this. I can't stand him. But anyway, yeah. So back to Miles, right? So I'm talking to Miles. We met Miles. Miles is cool, right? So Miles, he calls me before the party. He was like, hey, like, do you want to link up, like, before the party, you know, whatever, cool. Like, you just trying to link, and then we could, you know, go back to the party. I said, okay, cool. Not thinking at all, y'all. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So me and my girls were getting ready. We go on the party bus. We get to the venue. Real cool, real quiet. The party was actually jumping, right? Because we kind of came in late. And at the door, I see, lo and behold, Stalker. So he's like, oh, hey, like, I know you good. Like, just go in, whatever, cool. Okay, I just go in. I'm having a blast. Ooh, ooh, having fun. Ooh, ooh, you know, because, like, it's a party. I'm dancing with my homegirls. We having a time. And then I see Miles. Miles, he's like, hey, like, you know, you trying to link. Ooh, this sounds so crazy. When I mean link, not link like hunch or anything. Like, link and, like, you know, I don't know how to explain it, y'all. It sounds incriminating, but it's not like what y'all think. You feel me? Like, we not doing nothing like that can't be done in front of our parents. So we like slowly like head outside the party, and so I'm walking with Miles, and like I said, Stalker's at the door. So Stalker's like, hey, like, where you going? And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, hold on, Stalker, let me like, I'm like, oh, hey, like, what's up, blah, 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 blah. I say hi. He was like, you good? Like, Stalker looking at me like, who the heck is Miles? I'm like, yeah, I'm good, whatever, cool. I did not care. But at the end of the day, I did not care, because I'm like, yo, you're just my friend. So, like, what are you worried about? So I walk off with Miles. Let's just say whatever with Miles, it didn't work out. So I was like, man, I'm not trying to hang out with you. I'm going back to the party. You promised something. It ain't on you. I'm finna go. So I go back to the party. I'm, ooh, get money. Ooh, get money. So I'm dancing. I'm not even worried. I'm not even focused on nobody, right? But me and my girls. Next thing you know, I feel a body behind me. I don't care. I don't care if we packed wall to wall. Why are you behind me? Like, I'm talking about rubbing, grinding. So I turn around. It's Stalker. I'm like, like, get off of me. Like, I'm kind of like turning my body. He trying to move with me. I turn my body again. He trying to move with me. So eventually I just stopped. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? He was like, oh, like, I thought you promised me a dance. I said, I never promised you a dance. He's like, well, like, can we dance? I'm like, no, like, I don't want to dance with you. Like, I'm cool. He was like, come on, like, why you being like that? I'm like, yo, like, get off of me. I don't want to dance with you. And so I think one of my friends, she was like, bro, she don't want to dance with you. Like, she don't have to. And that's how he walked off. I said, thank God. Like, I came with some cool people. Mind you, I call them friends, but that was really the first time I met them. And ever since then, like, they cool in my book. Like, I hope they're all doing great in life. So he walked off. I didn't see him for the rest of the party. I said, great. Okay. Fast forward. Homecoming's over. I think it's the next day. He just texts me. He's like, what's wrong with you? Blah, 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 blah. Just doing the most. And I was like, you know what? I was like, to be honest with you, like, I just need a break from everybody and everyone. Which is true. I was not lying. I think that homecoming was a lot. It was very overwhelming. Social battery was at an all-time low. And I was just going through some things personally between school, life, all that. I was just like, I need a break from everybody. So I stopped texting everybody, but he was the only one that was upset that I wasn't texting him. He's talking about, oh, so when am I going to see you soon? When am I going to talk to you soon? And I'm just like, I don't know. Like, leave me alone. At this point, this is like week 3 going on of me knowing him. Keep this in mind. So I think like 3 days later, I think I folded. Not folded in that way, but folded in the sense of, he was like, hey, like, are you trying to get ice cream? And, you know, once again, like, you guys, you have to remember the type of homeboys I have. They're always like, hey, like let's hang out, let's go get ice cream, let's go to the movie, let's do this, let's do that. So once again, I'm not thinking much of it. I'm just like, oh, this is my platonic friend, let's like go get food. I mean, go get ice cream or whatever. So I'm like, okay. He was like, okay, I'll pick you up at this time. Cool. I'm not thinking much of it. He picks me up, and I'm seeing the ice cream place, and he's passing by it. And I'm like, hold on, aren't we gonna go get ice cream? He was like, yeah, but I thought we should hang out at my spot first. I was like, no, he didn't say hang out, because he knew if he said hang out, I wouldn't have gone. He said, oh, I have to pick up something at my spot first. I'm like, okay. We get to his spot. I was like, all right, I'll just stay in your car, like, while you go get whatever. He was like, actually, you don't want to go in for a sec? Like, it might take me a while. Like, I need to do something in there. Okay, I guess. I come in, I see his cat. I'm like, oh, hi, cat. I go, okay, the way his apartment is set up, it's kind of like mine, where, like, it's a shared common area, so there's no TV in the living room. So we had to go into his room. So I'm legit like, I don't even remember what he was doing, but I was sitting on the edge of his bed. Like, this is his bed. I'm here. Like, I'm barely on his bed. And he was like, oh, like, here's the remote. Watch whatever. I'm gonna get my clothes or something. Like, he just started doing chores. So eventually, I'm not no weird person. I'm just like, hey, like, when are we gonna go get our ice cream? He was like, oh, yeah, like, just chill, like, we're gonna get whatever soon. So I think I'm watching Grownish. I'm watching something, right? And it's starting to get later and later and later, and I'm just like, bro, like, can I go? Like, I don't even care about ice cream no more. To be honest, I don't even think we got ice cream. This was crazy. Like, he was dead. At this point, he's done with his chores. He's on his phone. He trying to grab me on the bed. I'm like, I'm just sitting. I'm just like this. He's like, dang, like, you don't want to lay down and cuddle? I'm like, no, I'm good. Like, I'm trying to go. Like, leave me alone. And like I said, something happened where I did not want to be touched at all. So the fact that he's even doing this, I was like, yeah, I'm definitely going to find a way to cut you off. And so after that, I was like, yeah, I'm ready to go. He was like, oh, okay. He was like, you don't want to go on a late night drive? This is how he got me. We finally did get the ice cream. And I think I was the only one that got ice cream, because he was like, oh, like, I'm going to drive, whatever. I think he got a milkshake or something. And we just started driving around the city with ice cream. I mean, with music playing. And this time, I was like, are you sure? Like, we're not going to blah blah university. He said no, like, this is just a genuine drive. When I tell you, I started texting everybody, and all my friends are clowning me, even my homeboys. He was like, bro, how did you end up in this situation again after what he did the last time? I was like, I don't know, bro. He be tricking and manipulating, and I should have seen right through it. So he finally dropped me off. I'm like, okay, cool. I get dropped off. I think a few days after this, right? So this is maybe like the Thursday maybe, yeah. I meet up with some other friends of mine, and we're just talking, and Stalker gets mentioned. So Stalker, oh, it was one of my classmates that met him at the same day. So we're like, yeah, Stalker's kind of weird, this, that, and the third. And so my classmates started telling me a story. What Stalker's doing to me is what he's doing to my classmate's friend. And she was like, yeah, like, but I don't know. I think my friend actually likes him, so she doesn't mind, like, they're texting, whatever. I'm like, really? I was like, they're texting like that? I said, bet, bullseye, like, cool, like, and she actually likes this man? Bet, bullseye. This is my way out. I'm gonna like flip it, gaslight him. I'm not gonna lie, because I feel like this is rightly deserved to be gaslight, because you've been manipulating me the whole time. I'm gonna manipulate you back. Like, I don't care. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like, so my classmate keep on telling me the story. I'm like, dang, he's doing the same thing to me. And I'm like, it's kind of weird because we're just friends, but this, that, and third. Like, I don't even want him like that. This is who I actually wanted. And I was talking about somebody else that... Honestly, I'm going to tell my truth, okay? Because I'm going to tell y'all that story eventually one day. But at the time, I was feeling Miles. So I was like, man, perfect. I'm going to cut that man off. Because I don't, like, as a friend completely, like, I don't want him to be around me. So when I tell you, as soon as I left them, right, we all went our separate ways. I get to my crib and I was like, hey, like, I don't think we could be friends anymore. I don't know. I forgot what I said, like, specifically, but it was through the lines of, I don't want to be friends no more. I don't like how you lied to me. Like, I'm over here gaslighting. I'm gaslighting the heck out of him. But honestly, am I really? Because he was lying about certain stuff. And I was like, I don't like how you telling my friends this, that, and third. Like, I was just going in. And I left it alone, right? I think I showered, went to sleep, everything. I wake up, I look at the y'all, he sent me an essay. I'm talking about MLA Times New Romans 12-point font. Double space type of essay talking about, man, like, I actually liked you, blah, 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 blah. I was gonna buy you this and I was gonna buy you that. I thought we had a future together. What? A future? The only future I know is the rapper Future. And I was just like, now at the end, he was starting to piss me off because he was trying to make it seem like he could buy me back. Like, he was like, oh, like, I got this for you. Like, I think he was talking about a candle and some Bath and Body Works. And I was like, sir, I didn't ask you to do that, nor did I want you to do that. Like, why would you buy me all of those stuff? No, I don't want it. It's cool. Like, leave me alone. And he was like, can we talk? I'm like, no, like, leave me alone. Leave me alone. So that was that. I'm thinking everything is done. So, mind you guys, I think he was trying to drive me home to Dallas too. I knew to say no. I was like, no, I have my own car. Like, that don't even make sense. Why would I make you drive me to Dallas? You go do your things while I still need my car to go out. I'm gonna explain it. Basically, I was going back to Dallas to go watch the State Fair Classic, like I always do every year with my best friend. He was gonna drop me off home, and then somehow I was gonna have to find my way to the game. It didn't make sense. I was like, no, I'm gonna take my car. That doesn't make sense because whatever. So I cut him off. The next day I go home. Mind you, there was like a party going on that same weekend. It's college. It was a party every weekend. So I guess he went. I went with my friend and I came back to campus. When I get back to campus, once again, I'm going to the same lounge. Now, I'm talking to these girls, right? I kind of know them, kind of don't. But they're really cool. All these people that I'm talking to, real cool people, real nice. Mess with them to this day. I'm like, I hope y'all are doing great. They're talking, and they're like, yeah, like, we met this dude named Stalker. Ears open now. Stalker? What's going on with Stalker? She's like, yeah, like, this was the first time meeting him. Mind you, he was getting drunk and belligerent. And he started crying about how this girl broke up with him and how he's real sad. I'm like, you can't be talking about me. Like, you gotta be talking about classmate's friend, because classmate friend actually liked this man. Mind you, met this man only 3, maybe 4 weeks ago. 4 weeks max. So he can't be talking about me. It's like, yeah, blah, 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 this, that, and the third. And he just started going on and on and on. And how, like, they were supposed to go to Dallas this weekend. And how he bought all this stuff for her. And they was listing out the stuff. So I'm like, oh my gosh, he's definitely talking about me. I was like, y'all, I think he's talking about me. And they were like, girl, what? It's like, you actually dated him? I was like, no, I didn't. And basically, what I told y'all is what I told them. And they was like, oh, nah, you dodged the bullet. That man's creepy. He was like, but I could definitely tell he's kind of weird. And then one of the girls, she was like, that was there, she was like, yo, and he did the same thing to me. Like, he took me all the way to blah blah university talking about, yeah, let me show you this special spot. And we ended up a whole 40 to 45 minutes away. And I was like, oh wow, so I wasn't the only one? I said, cool, bet. I texted him, because this whole time he was like blowing up my phone. So I texted him. I was like, hey, can we come talk? He came in 10 minutes. I told him to meet me outside. Meet me outside. How about that? I told him, I was like, hey, I just wanted to let you know, keep my name out your mouth. Simple. He was like, damn, like, you know, I thought like maybe we could be friends. I said we were friends, and look what happened. I said, I don't want anything to do with you. Stop talking to me. Like, I'm cool off you. And more importantly, keep my name out your mouth. He said, oh, okay, cool. That man looked like a sad puppy. Did I care? Not one. Because, like, you're you're so weird. You're so weird. Fast forward, y'all. It's a whole year later. I think homecoming passed already. Like, it's a whole year later. Tell me why. Mind you, at this time, I was talking to this person, kind of not really. He's a whole nother story. He was like, yeah, like, I heard about you. Heard about me, mind you. I'm shocked because this is my first year out of my house. So what you hear about me? He was like, yeah, like, this dude, he was like talking about you, saying like, yeah, he tried to smash, no, that you tried to smash him, but he denied you and pushed you off. Mind you, I remember exactly what moment he talked about. We gotta rewind just a little bit. He was talking about the time that I called him because me and my roommate, I'm not gonna lie, we're scary. We hate bugs. I hate bugs. None of my homeboys lived close enough to get to me, and I know that Stalker was still on campus. Once again, I'm thinking we're just friends, we're cool. I was like, hey, can you come over just to kill this bug? I remember it was a Sunday night because Sunday night football was on, and I was watching the Cowboys game versus New York Giants. I was like, hey, can you come over to come kill this bug? He come kill this bug, and then he invited himself into my room. Mind you, this is why I kind of liked my roommate at this time, because she knew if I left my door open, come help me, please. So I left my door open, and he's over here making himself comfortable on my bed trying to watch the game. And I'm like, what are you doing? He was like, oh, I'm trying to watch the game, whatever, cool. So since he was on my bed, I was on the chair watching the game, because no, like, I don't know what you think this was, like, no. And then so thankfully the game ended, like, not ended early, but like it ended, and he left. So he was talking about that time, how like, oh yeah, I was trying to be on top of him, y'all. And you know what pissed me off? It was the principal. Why are you lying, telling people that I tried to smash you? If y'all seen how he looked, y'all, Stalker looked like a roach with pink lips. Do not play with me. Do not play with me. And it was the fact that, like, he tried to make it seem like I was all over him, y'all. And it pissed me off because, like I said, at that time, something traumatic just happened to me. I didn't want to touch nobody, didn't even want anybody breathing on me, let alone trying to smash. And you told this person, oh yeah, she was all over me trying to be on me like that. Y'all, I went off. Mind you, I kind of figured he was saying stuff about me because the girlfriend that he was with at that time, or the girl he was with at the time, was giving me like these rude looks and looking at me all types of crazy. And I was just like, girl, I don't even know you from a can of paint, so why are you looking at me like that? And once again, mind you, I think the first time I just let the lie go under the rug, because I was just like, you know what, like, I'm not gonna give him my attention, I'm not gonna do none of that. But what really triggered me is because one of my other friends, he was in the lounge and he was talking to his current girl, and his current girl was telling him the same story that situation told me. He was like, yeah, Rihanna, like, I wanted you to hear on the phone, like, his girl is telling me like all this stuff, and that's why she don't like you, like, you're still trying to be on his body, like, you still want him. And shout out to this friend, because he was like, I know it's not true, like, that's why I was telling her, like, y'all trying to talk or something, because, and I was like, no, it's okay, like, we don't have to talk, but like, because like, it's okay, like, I'm gonna press him about it, but like, she has nothing to do with this, she don't know me like that, so it's okay, she could believe whatever she wants to believe, but we all know, especially you, friend, you know that's not. He was like, trust, I know, I just found it weird, but whatever, I wanted to tell you. When I tell you, I found his text messages so fast, y'all, and I went off. Because one thing about me, I don't play about my body. And you out here telling everybody like that's supposed to give you cool points. Oh yeah, I have Rihanna. And you know what's crazy? Everybody that knows him and everyone that knows me knows that's not true. Because they see the type of people we are. Not saying that that wouldn't happen, but it was just the sense of, I don't even be messing with nobody on campus. Let alone, why would I mess with you? So it was just like, I knew everybody wouldn't have believed him, but it was just this, like, the principle, like, why are you talking on me? So I'm not gonna lie, I went off, and I even took it, this is where I messed up, I took it to Instagram. I put the whole school in my close friends, I don't care. I was like, y'all, this dude is weird, blah, blah, blah. He talking about I was on his body, but this is what he's doing, and I'm over here showing messages, I'm showing his face, I'm like, bro. Everybody had the tea. I'm telling you, honestly, if I could find that story, I'm a put it up. But it was so weird, and I was like, ever since then, we have not talked. He tried to like mess with some of my homegirls, I guess, to get back to me. But it was so funny because I was telling my homegirls the story before they even knew him, so they already was not feeling him. And the one homegirl that did, hey, I was like, if it makes you happy, it makes you happy. And she found out the hard way too, not to mess with him. And that was it. I don't know, I feel like to this day he probably still talking about me and the Nuna cat he never ever got, because what? How you gonna lie on my body like that? Like, that was so crazy, and it pissed me off so bad because I knew what I had going on at that time. Nobody was touching me at that time, promise. Like, nobody was, because ew, like. And to this day, my homeboys and one of my homegirls, they all know who they are, still roast me about it. And it's a learning lesson, like, not to be friends with every dude that everyone you meet. I was so desperate for friends at that time, I friended everybody. And clearly that bit me in the ass at the end. So if you guys made it this far, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Tell me down below, for real, would he be considered a stalker? I think he would be considered a stalker, but then again, if he's not considered a stalker, what would he be considered? Obsessed? Because why are you obsessed with me? In the words of Mariah Carey. Boy, I wanna know. I really do want to know though, because like, I'm nothing to, well, I am something to be obsessed with, but not like that. Like, you creepy. Ew. Like, honestly, like, he freaked me out so bad, y'all. After that, it was really no new friends for me. Like, legit, I wasn't friends with I didn't make any new guy friends until, like, legit, like, probably my last year of college, because of him. He was just so creepy and weird to me. But yeah, once again, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, my loves.